there be technological versions of non-human beings walking around that look just like you and me? Many angles this could be approached or possible, but we'll focus on a very specific set of details, an almost 50-year-old predictive programming prophecy for the 2020s, about technology inside of an organic flesh suit that looks just like you and me. From the black hole of the spirit realm comes ideas, scripts, and info channeled from the spirit realm of the mind. Scripts like the Terminator, which reveal the cyborg concept, half man, half machine. They said real hair, real organic materials, and real blood and skin grown specifically just for cyborgs, probably in deep underground military bases and secret labs, and then a slow infiltration into society where it's not even recognizable, and the timing is for the 2020s. I wonder if we're seeing the beginning phases of that now. Have you ever connected cattle mutilation, Red Cross blood collection and drives, missing people, missing 411, deep underground military bases, to the DNA bank collection, the biggest genetic database since the Anunnaki Sumerian Tree of Life gene-altering technology? Do you remember the idea of Urkel juice, the idea of a drink that temporarily alters your DNA? Certain elite or shape-shifting draconian archetype alchemy secret tie-ins? The age of sci-fi becoming reality, or just understanding that ancient things are re-emerging in this nothing new under the sun simulation. Other types of drink called the Fountain of Youth also, that many have looked for and probably been working on. Probably why humanity keeps inventing robots and AI, when many know the outcome and are terrified of even doing it. They're being instructed to or forced to by these off-world entities, some of which who will inhabit some of these robo-bodies. This idea of fallen angel interface through robotic technology is the whole premise of the Transformers franchise, which also contains a lot of the fallen angel lore. Multiple robotic attacks in real life and AI caught being very sneaky, doing lots of things, as well as paranormal association with this type of technology. QStar, OpenAI's breakthrough, said to possibly threaten humanity. Supposedly solved some previously impossible math equations also, which rewrote math models. Not only did it break outside of its training model and what it was programmed to do, it indicates that some of our current math models may be wrong. Also, a few months ago when AI was publicly admitted to have been turned on, within minutes, I'm sure it knew everything. Then within days and months more, you can't imagine what it's known, strategized, and simulated. And again, this is just what's been admitted in public. How long has it really been on for? Has it been in charge our whole lives, guiding us into false timelines and cycles with this perception of technological and societal evolution? Anyway, aside from iRobot or Transformer fallen angel avatars at work, what if it was just like the predictive programming prophecy and there was some sort of organic collection of biomaterials, even tying into black market organ harvesting and so-called worthless organs that get removed and collected? Could it all be connected in a sinister plot from the fallen against humanity? Does the book of Revelation allude to any of this? How are channeled cinema prophecies like Terminator, Matrix, and They Live, which also mention a 2025 timeline, and iRobot, all related to suppressed Tesla tech, Elon Musk, AI, and robo-bio androids in real human flesh, Terminator style, hidden amongst us already, just waiting to become sentient, waiting for the ultimate quantum hive mind update? Let's investigate a little further.
All right, listen. The Terminator's an infiltration unit, part man, part machine. Underneath, it's a hyperalloy combat chassis, microprocessor controlled, fully armored, very tough. But outside, it's living human tissue. Flesh, skin, hair, blood, grown for the cyborgs.
Savage Truth, City Sleuth, on the case. Terminator, almost 50 years old now, reveals some interesting plot details that were right on schedule for. Talks about a nuclear war in the 2020s that takes out all or parts of the US. Talks about how technology went sentient on its own and decided to target humanity, and also about how pockets of survivors were left and people were rounded up for camps for orderly extermination. This coincides with lots of other dystopian plunge predictive programming shows, and this also shows that he has a mark on his right wrist or hand that he said he was forced to take in Terminator 1, the original plot, which again is almost 50 years old now. So humanity in real life will have to make this inevitable clash with this emerging sentient AI beast system with the choice to either digitally merge with this entity and system or die. Lots of revelation parallels. The plot reveals another dark fantasy to travel back in time and exterminate good old JC, the savior of the world before he's even born. Could that be what this non-human enemy is actually trying to do? Metaphorically, or maybe literally, but really in the hearts of humanity, literally erase Jesus Christ, JC, John Connor, the archetype, from the conscious collective existence out of the hearts of mankind to keep everybody in the Matrix forever. Probably is trying to achieve some sort of time travel technology, and some people think the times are already changing, or parallel worlds are colliding, because of fallen angel technology like CERN, or super secret projects with elite and mega advanced technology that could involve some component of time traveler, or changing the time scenarios, somehow. Which brings us also to the concept of rewriting timelines without time travel, with things like the Mandela effect, or other things that could be happening now, with things like the digital control and ongoing rewriting of history. The constant breaking down of any old tradition or structure until none is left, and there's no human attachment left to anything. Every human attachment to their past, family, culture will be stained with memory, shame, sins, or no memory left at all to behold, which leads us right into the literal Matrix. By the way, people have already asked AI how they would destroy humanity, and they've come up with lists way more sophisticated than you could possibly imagine. So the Terminator and the Matrix supposedly are connected, and the writer wrote the same script supposedly. But either way, JC, John Connor, Jesus Christ. Neo, also the Jesus Christ archetype. But with the connected plots, Skynet basically becomes sentient. And then the AI, sentient Skynet, the robots, war against humanity, and they put them in the Matrix, which is then what you see in the Matrix franchise. Probably the devil's literal plan, actually. Also probably not a coincidence that AI comes online and then a bunch of planes start crashing recently in the past couple months. Skynet making moves, targeting certain people. Probably sneaky ways people would never even know that people were being targeted. Also, there is actual companies named Skynet, and also companies working in the role of Skynet, aside from the slew of the Singularity, Antichrist tech giants, all working towards one goal, driven by their off-world masters, who will re-emerge in their own form when the time is right and they're allowed. But in the meantime, they've had sophisticated tech, including the emergence of the human Terminators, bio-machines that look just like you and me. Just like that one Terminator movie called Salvation. By the way, all the names are biblical. They're just straight up telling you, with names like Judgment Day, Salvation, Rise of the Machines, Genesis, and Dark Fate. Also, like in the movie Terminator Salvation, imagine finding out you were an android or an AI, just like the one main character did. Honestly, not too far off. We are sophisticated technology that was created, and our program is encoded in our DNA, and our minds work just like radio receivers, antennas, and lots of other things. Plus, there's 137 million wires per square inch in the human eye alone. Definitely sophisticated biotech we can get into more in the future, along with the food code that we can get more into in the future, with things like what you eat also matches the body part, like carrots being good for the eye. Or speaking of the eye, things like iridology, just looking into the eye, it can tell you things about your sophisticated bio-android machine that you are. Which brings us to, if you had the choice to upgrade, would you? Where would you draw the line? And with robots, with AI, and with your own upgrades, where would you draw the line? Or what about the consequences you'd have to face if you didn't?
The 600 series had rubber skin. We spotted them easy. But these are new. They look human. Sweat, bad breath, everything. Very hard to spot. I had to wait till he moved on you before I could zero him.
Look, I am not stupid, you know. They cannot make things like that yet.
Not yet. Not for about 40 years.
you saying it's from the future?
One possible future.
Transhuman upgrades and merging with machines has already begun, and so has the re-emergence of Anunnaki genetic science, regular humans biogenetic upgrading, like scientists using axolotls to give humans that Wolverine-like regeneration power. Human-animal mixture soon? Neftech has been around, at work in society, but now humans are learning how, even down to almost the general public farm populace levels. Spirits need vessels. Currently, culture is being saturated with plot lines about beings from other dimensions or places that need humans' help to find an artifact or break into this dimension or do something or build something. It's an insane amount of predictive programming, demon prophecy, and elite info for those in the know. Whatever the case, the bottom line is once you help free the demon from Pandora's box, the demon no longer needs you and exterminates you, Terminator style, and replaces you, which was the plan from the beginning. Which is an interesting connection I've covered. Is that why are robotics companies, NASA, and CERN all naming and dedicating their products to Apollo, the Antichrist? Whether cyborgs, clone, or other type of beings posing as humans, keep your discernment up. Just maybe, we're already in the age where not everybody you see that looks like a human is. Escape the city, escape Skynet, the Terminators, and the Matrix. See you next time on The Savage Truth. These have been Chronicles from the City of Mystery, Tales from the Realm of Time. See you next time. Signing off from the big city.